120 disciples that were left after Jesus rose again, they spent every day praying and calling on God. They were waiting for the promise that Jesus said that you'll be filled with the Spirit. And on the day of Pentecost, they were all together and they were praying as normal up in the upper room. And it says this, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. So there's this moment where the Holy Spirit comes down and fills all 120 of them, and they all get the gift of tongues. Now there we can see that it's in such a way that the people that were at the day of Pentecost from all different nations, they could understand what was being said. So somehow these tongues were either earthly languages or they were being interpreted just as giftedly by the people around. I think it's more likely that they were given the tongues, earthly tongues to speak. Nowadays, often when we speak in tongues, we speak in angelic tongues. Corinthians talks about that being two types of tongue. There's the earthly tongue that is another language that's often used evangelistically, like it would be here. And then there's heavenly tongues, which is praise and worship and prayer and that sort of stuff. But they were all filled with the Spirit, and the initial evidence there was tongues. Later on in the book of Acts, you're going to see that sometimes the initial evidence is prophecy or praise, but here it's the gift of tongues. They all were filled with the Spirit. You can be filled with the Spirit. If you're a believer, you can be filled with the Spirit, and you can be filled with the gifting of God to get the job done.